Welcome to Let's Be Real 100%, where we are 100% real about life. We know that life happens and we are here to talk about it. And when I say we, I'm talking about it's all God and little old me. Join us as we jump into our topic today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real 100%. We're 100% real about life, and we are definitely here to talk about it. Welcome back, guys. It's early in the morning. I just wanted to do a morning encouraging to you all. What is that one thing that you have hung up on in the back of your closet, or what is that thing that you put on the back of your shelf, just way deep back in there, and you haven't picked it up in a very long time? It has collected dust. It has been kind of forgotten about. It ain't been forgotten about like fully, because if it was forgotten about, it would been thrown in the trash. But somewhere deep in your mind, eventually you was gonna pick it back up, or you was gonna make it better, revise it, or something like that. It could be a dream, it could be the goals, it could be music, it could be poetry, it could be anything that you have desired to do, but life ended up getting in your way, and you were not able to pick it back up again. So what I want you to do today is just to go back into that closet, go back into that storage room, or wherever it might be, and pick up what you put down. You never know what can happen when you pick it back up and revise it and dust it off. Even if it's not for you, it could be for someone else. I went back into my closet and or wherever it was, in many places, honestly, and I've had journals and binders full of different writings that I wrote, and like back in 2008 and 2007 and like 2000, and I was like, wow, just looking at where my mindset was back then and where it is now. And I looked at some of the music that I wrote, and I used to love writing music. Like when I was a little girl, you would literally find me. I had this real big radio with the cassette and the CD, like with the big old 2 speakers on the side. Like it was like old-fashioned, old-school radio. And I was able to find old cassettes that my mom stopped listening to after one point. So I would record over them. And I would sit there for hours upon hours after school. Well, after watching cartoons, doing homework, eating a bowl of cereal. You know how that goes. And on the days I did not feel like going outside, and that was a lot of days, as a little girl, I would be in there just writing and writing and writing. And it's like, just looking at some of those writings, a lot of them I lost because due to rainstorms in the stores that my mom did have. But the ones that I was able to fix and bring back, back in 2008, I revised the song and made it over. And it crazy because it spoke to the moment that I was in at that moment. And I was like, wow. And even the journals I wrote to the Lord, I'm like, man, my God, how far I've come. But some of the goals that I have written in there, some of the music and, poetry and stuff that I wrote in there, it kind of spoke to me. And, this is what kind of sparked everything that I want to do now. Even enhanced it even more, because back then, I wasn't dealing with HIV, and the door was open, but I didn't really just walk into the door of being, a lesbian or whatever. But now, all that on top of everything that I wrote back then, I didn't realize how heavy, well, not heavy, that's not the right word, how inspiring that it was for me. So I could only imagine, what it could do for other people. How even if it's just to encourage them, not just to glorify me or to Not even boast myself up because I'm not even that one to advertise. But for God to get the glory out of it. Um, and I truly believe that. So I wouldn't tell you to do something that I'm not doing, right? So I literally, and it like, some of this stuff brought me to tears because I was like, wow, this is crazy how God has brought me through all of this, all these trials and all these, um, issues in life. And then also, of course, there were some good things in there, that I was like, okay, you did that, you made it through that situation, um, with a smile on your face. And, if y'all know me, I don't smile a lot. And I'm working on getting my smile back. That's another episode, but we ain't gonna go there. But I just wanted to come in and encourage you all. Like, go back and pick up those things. There's a reason for those things. Again, even if it's just for you to re-encourage yourself, to go back and pick up those goals and dreams and desires that you had. God is not a God that he forgets. He remembers those things. We're the ones that get caught up in life and, work and kids and marriage and ministry and all this other stuff that, tends to be important. But the real you is what's in the back of that closet, in the back of that storage room, deep down in that backpack that you had in a long time, where all your journals and stuff are. Those places are the real you. Don't forget who the real you is, just from yourself. But again, yeah, go back and pick up those things, dust it off, revise it, revamp it, whatever you have to do to, bring it back to life, and then share it, or whenever the Lord see fit, share it, and give it to someone that might need it, because we all need a little encouragement, a lot, these days, because the way the world is going, we all need it. We all need those prayers that you prayed. We all need those stories that you've written. We all need them. We all need each other, to make it through this day, because, it's definitely needed. So, again, go get it. Go get it. Dust it off. Even if it's like, for me, it's the books that I have in my mind, with my life's journey, even with the imagination that I have. Girl, baby, I did not realize how much of imagination I had until I started putting pen to paper, So I'm going back and picking up those things. Even if I put a goal out there way back then, and I had a due date that I wanted to get it done. And I missed that due date, even if it was back then. But there's no such thing as not being able to start over, going back and revising it again, like I said before. You can always push it back as long as it gets done and you stay motivated to get it done. Because, again, this is bigger than you. This is way bigger than you. So, again, go pick that thing up, dust it off, and let's get it done, because we all need it. But I do appreciate y'all coming in. Yesterday we did celebrate our 50th episode, so this is episode 51, y'all. I'm super excited what's coming up, the different topics that God has, given me, and then the different interviews that are coming up. One interview has been pushed back because, life happens, but we're not going to go into that because that's their business. But eventually it'll come back around. And then other ones that we have that's been rescheduled and revised as well. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, what's to come, for this podcast. I haven't looked at my views or anything like that because it really doesn't faze me too much like that. Because I feel like, again, this is like a therapy to me, being able to speak to you all, on this topic. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming back to another episode of Let's Be Real 100%, and I hope to see you all next week or next time, because y'all know I do pop-ups. Y'all know me. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you for listening to Let's Be Real 100%, where we're 100% real about life. We hope that you enjoyed the topic today, and we hope that you trust God more and more each day. And we hope to see you next week.